most legendary sports pros. As far as I can see, I made it to the threshold. Lord.
Here's Juan Soto.
Leading off for the Wolverines, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
The wide to kick the pitch. That misses the zone, and we're underway.
1-0.
There's the strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Do you love the Soto shuffle?
Yes, I do. I think
The wind of the pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Just missed.
really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. There's a strike. That catches the corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And the righty deals. There's a line drive to left field. McNeil tracks it down for the out. Now the third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. Nope, he held back. Right-hander kicks, deals. That clips the corner. So now 1-2.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. 2 down. This is Corbin Carroll. And a foul ball. Inside, just missed. And now 2 balls and a strike. Soto off of first with 2 away. Edge of the zone for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a little bit low.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Next one off the plate inside. And now 2-0. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. And a strike. First and second, 2 down. Hard hit, right side. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a speed threat, Ricky Henderson. And first offering is fouled off.
And if there's one man you want to keep off the base paths, it's this guy right here, Ricky Henderson, the undisputed stolen base king.
Swing and a pop-up. Peterson really on his horse for this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away. And stepping in is the speedy Sammy Sosa. And Singy, Ricky's 1,406 career steals is a record that may stand forever. The active leader in career steals isn't even a quarter of the way to that number. And he deals. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
And with the extreme crouch of that batting stance, Ricky made pitchers work. His strike zone was as small as it gets. He's looking to get on base any way he can because he knows a single is a triple.
Rollins pulls it down and there's two gone.
The shortstop, Turner.
In the air, right field, and it's foul. 0-1 now. And that one off the outside edge. A rope into right, and that's a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line.
Turner runs. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Second inning set to go. And here's the first baseman, Jock Peterson. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
This to center field. Henderson moves under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. So digging in, Cedric Mullins.
The center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
There's a strike. And downstairs. Second inning here, no score. Next pitch is outside. Just a weak fly ball this time. Lindor makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Andy Rodriguez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next pitch misses. 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. Just missed. That one pushed to the left and foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the.
Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the second, and now the first baseman, Lou Gehrig. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. And Gehrig hit cleanup for that famed Murderers Row lineup as the Yankees were rolling off one World Series title after another. And that's in for a strike.
Gehrig hit behind Babe Ruth in those Murderers Row days. They both have tons of power, but their home runs had much different trajectories.
May makes the catch, and there's one gone. Number 45 in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. So 2 balls and no strikes. 1 down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
The next pitch misses. And now 3-1. In the air, right field. And that quickly 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Francisco Lindor, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. They say it went. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And the right-hander deals. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Lindor leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Lindor the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second with a stolen base. So now 2 on and 2 outs. And now Craig Biggio out there to center. He's under it. And the inning is over. Welcome back. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Juan Soto now. That's in there. That's strike 1. Chris, Juan Soto's one of the best young hitters we've seen come along in a long time. Of course, helped the Nationals to win the World Series in 2019, and he won the batting title. Hit .351 in that shortened 2020 season. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Well, I mean, his at-bats are so quality. We talk about professional hitter, professional at-bats. He gives those to you all the time. I just love his plate coverage. Not afraid to use the opposite field. And when you have a guy that can do that, he's going to hit a whole lot in terms of slug, average, on-base percentage as well.
And it's caught for the out. That one out to right. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Murakami takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. And that one fouled off. Top of the 3rd, no score. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back and gone. That was a moonshot, and it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 1-0. Next to hit, Corbin Carroll. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Henderson moves under it, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Citi Field as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Ricky Henderson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
The pitch. And a foul ball. That one misses in the dirt.
2-1.
In the air, right field. McNeil on his horse. And puts the squeeze on that. And there's 1 away. And here is Sammy Sosa. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. And that one hammered. Carroll going back on this one. Looking up against the wall, and brings it in.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot. Turned around and made a nice catch.
Turner stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Towards first. The tag, and that's out number 3. Inning over. Start of the 4th, leading off Jimmy Rollins. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Fernando Valenzuela.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Next offering is down low. 1-0. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now the lefty. There's a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 1 away. Here's Jock Peterson. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Next offering is in for a strike. And he flips a breaking ball in there or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it. Whatever it was.
He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's the catcher, Andy Rodriguez. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Peterson off of first with 2 away. Ball 1 low. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Next pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. 2 outs. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that rolls into the corner. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw to third. He's in there. So 2 on with 2 away. Stepping in, Jeff McNeil. First pitch swinging. Strike 2. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. In the dirt, blocked, but no advance from the runners. And a 1-2. And that skips in the dirt.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
And the pitch. Got him! 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Chipper Jones. To the right side. On to Peterson. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Garrett stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. On the ground to the left. Tosses across to first. And a couple of quick outs. So 2 down now. And here is number 45. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Back here at the ballpark, and now it's 1 Soto. Valenzuela back to work. Way high. Chris Soto was a runner-up for the National League Rookie of the Year in 2018 to Ronald Acuna Jr. and then a runner-up for the MVP in 2021 to Bryce Harper. Is this a guy you think could win an MVP somewhere down the line?
No, I expect him to, and not just one. I think more than one MVP, considering how young he was when he got to the big leagues, just 19.
The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one for strike two. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Ball one there. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. And a 1-2. That's down and in.
2-2 to count.
And now it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Gets under it and pops it up. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And welcome back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And it's fouled away. Good eye right there. This one popped up. Lindor retired. And there's one down. Jeff McNeil stands in. He reached out a walk his first time. And that one wrapped foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 0-2. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball almost got him there. 3-2 now. Into center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
All over that one right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate, and the runner stays where he is. And the pitch. Fought off foul. McNeil over at first with one away. Swing and a ball popped up. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The pitch. Swing and he popped it up. And there's 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Ricky Henderson. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Makes the catch, inning over. Top of the 6th inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Corbin Carroll. Ouch, that one drilled him. In time to Gehrig. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. Rollins lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Next offering is in for a strike. The wind and the pitch. Swings and misses. 1-2. Got him swinging. And
The
now
first
Jack
baseman,
Peterson,
number 23,
1 for 2.
Josh Peterson.
Hard on the ground to first. Garrett takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. Short hop liner, handled it short. Fires to first. A great play deep in the hole.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Chris, Trey Turner's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. You think speed with Trey Turner, but a guy who impacts the game with his slug as well. Line drive. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
High fly ball down the left field line. Carroll makes a nice grab at a full sprint. Lou Gehrig,
Now
the next to hit.
First baseman, Lou.
Turner runs. Pitches low. Throw. Save. Next offering is in for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to...
Oh, now this ball gets down. Run comes in from second. We're tied at 1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He leaves the yard to right, and they add a couple more. It's 3-1. Here's Francisco Lindor. Fouled off. He was late. Singy, where are you on F1 racing? Are you a fan?
Haven't gotten there yet, but I will at some point.
Francisco Lindor, a big fan of F1 racing. His favorite driver is Lewis Hamilton. Next offering misses, and the count 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Two outs, runner at first. And now here's Jeff McNeil. McNeil goes 6'1", 30 years old now, and usually he's a second baseman, but today he's starting in the outfield. A dive, nice stop, not in time, he's safe. And here's the catcher, Craig Biggio. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 4-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And that is that. Back here in Queens, and now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Foul ball. And a pitch. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Next pitch is in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. To the right side, Lindor tosses to first, and they get Mullins for the out. Now the catcher up to hit, Andy Rodriguez. First offering misses the mark.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
The pitch. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
The right fielder.
One gone, runner at first. Jeff McNeil will hit next. Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-1.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Sosa hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Now the youngster Juan Soto.
The designated hitter, Juan Soto.
That one in the dirt, and that is ball 1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 1-1. And there's a ball. And another ball back safely.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Left-hand batter waits. Hard ground ball, base knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So 2 down. Francisco Lindor now at the plate. First pitch just misses. Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the bases though. And it is 2-1.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Kicks and deals. Inside 3-2 the count. Swings and misses. Welcome back. And now the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. And here it comes. Ripped on the ground to second. Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down. Trey Turner at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. That's inside. This one in the air, right field. McNeil hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Chipper Jones. That one drilled left field. He's there. He's got it. And that. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. Valenzuela back to work. Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning, hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
And that one fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
In the dirt, and the count is 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. one strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. 2 outs, base is empty. Now Jimmy Rollins. In the air out to center. And Ricky Henderson the grab. Back here at Citi Field, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now Lou Gehrig. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now here is number 45.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove, and he's safe at first. Now it's the second baseman, Francisco Lindor. Check swing, and he held up.
Ball 1, no strike.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs. Jeff McNeil getting ready to hit. In the air, left side. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
Safe at first as they can't make the play. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch. Runner tags up for third.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1. Swings through that. 2
really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
He handles it himself. Inning ends. And that we go to the 9th. And Jock Peterson stands in. That's out to center field. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And a quick out number 1. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Right side, hard hit. Gathers and throws to first. And they're down to their last out. So they're down to their final out. Endy Rodriguez, the next to hit, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that's in the dirt. And a count 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pitch. That one drifts inside.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our finalized score. First.